Hi, are you an event usher and you usually face rejection whenever you apply for jobs physically or online? This video is for you. Come closer. Welcome to another episode of Tips for Ushers. My name is Blessing. I'm the brand representative of the School of Event Staff Nigeria. It is my duty to provide weekly tips and tricks for ushers in the event industry. On our previous video, we talked about ushers who deliberately bring the wrong outfit to an event. On this episode, we're going to be talking about how you can handle rejection. You know, it can be very emotional when you go for castings and you don't get selected, or maybe when you send your picture to a recruiter online and your pictures don't get approved. You could feel, especially if you're an introvert, you feel neglected and you feel rejected. Now, I need you to understand something as an event usher in the event industry, or maybe you're still growing in the event industry. There's something you need to understand is clients usually have specification. As someone who has been in the event space for over a decade, I can categorically tell you that rejection is normal, right? Now, when you go for a casting, for that event, they need a size 10 usher. Before the end of the cast, you see in between, they still pick some size 14, they pick some size 12, and you'll be like, come on, why am I not getting selected for these gigs? And you start to get offended, you start to get angry and be like, oh, I won't waste my transport any longer. I'm not going to go for castings anymore. They already know who they want to pick, yada, 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 yada. No, they don't already know who they want to pick. As a matter of fact, most ushers blame everyone else except themselves. Now, this is how you can handle situations like that. When you get to the house, at your quiet time, if you really want to be in this event industry, at your quiet time, you think that I've gone for 1, 2, 3 castings and I've not been selected. What could be the cause? Think about the people that were selected. How was their overall appearance? Now, there are a few factors that could warrant rejection. Is either your physical appearance or your communication technique. You might not have been eloquent enough when you were communicating with your interviewer. You need to pronounce your words fully and correctly. Let me tell you what brand managers are looking out for. They mostly look out for ladies who are well put together and can communicate the essence of their existence. You must be well put together, and you must be able, and also you should also be able to represent yourself well. Those are some of the things that brand managers look out for, and you must be on top of your game. Most ushers will be going for castings. You see them wearing slippers to a casting. Why? Why would you be going for a cast and you wear slippers? What happens to you having heels in your bag? Because of the mode of transportation you're going to use to get to your destination. You can wear your slippers from your house, no cause for alarm. Then you have your heels in your bag. Have comb in your bag as well, because before you get to the venue, your hair must have scattered. Have comb in your bag. When you see that it is almost getting to your turn, you go to the restroom, you comb your hair, or you put on your heels, because they will definitely call you one-on-one to have an interaction with you. Then again, your communication technique. How well were you answering questions? How bold were you? How confident were you about yourself when you were communicating with the interviewer? So these are the checks and balances that you need to do at your reflection time when you get to your house. When you are relaxed, you think about it. And then again, you think about the girls that were selected. How were they looking? Were they well put together? Look at their physical appearance. I'm not saying you should be like them. No. You just need to package yourself well, okay? Because looking good, my dear, is good business, okay? You look at your overall appearance. How was I looking? Was I looking good? Was I looking presentable enough? Was my hair all over the place? Was my hair... These are the checks and balances you need to do. That is your drawing board that you need to go to, except if you're not interested in being in the event industry. That's when you can just look any sort of way that you like, right? Because when you go for castings, one thing that I really believe in castings a lot, I believe in communication, right? Because one thing I know is that casting will always help you. It will help you in your communication technique, and it will help you secure more jobs. For example, after the selection process, the ushers that were selected, maybe there are like 10 of them. When that agency have another project, they'll be like, oh, those ladies we used at our previous event. That's how you become a permanent usher with a particular agency. Do you understand? Because they believe they already have a one-on-one conversation with you. And then you don't even need to start doing continuous casting anymore. That one casting that you have already done has set the pace for you. Do you get, right? That's how you get jobs continuously. You get more jobs from having a one-on-one conversation with an agency than picture cast. You can still get jobs with picture cast, right? But when you have good communication technique and your overall appearance is looking really appealing, you will get more jobs with that agency. They don't have to start recruiting more ushers. I have been a testament of what I'm telling you about. So now, as an usher, you need to always try to go back to your drawing board. Look out for those places that you have made mistakes. Improve in those areas. See, when you improve in those areas that so that you've done your checks and balances and you know that these are the areas you are making mistake. When you improve in those areas, you see that those people, if you go to their casting again, will recruit you because you have improved in the areas that you know that you are making mistakes. It's not that you just go home and just be fed up. Why not go back to your drawing board and redevelop yourself and build firmness and build tenacity? I've gone for a casting one day where a particular girl was not selected, and what she did was she started crying. Other ushers were not like, oh, and she's beautiful, and she did it, and the girl was now crying more and more and more. And I'm like, come on. You know why she's crying? Because she has not built self-confidence. You need to be very confident in yourself and try to improve in areas that you are making mistakes so that you can improve yourself. Okay? Nobody's coming to save you. You will save yourself. Now, if it is a picture cast, you've always been sending your pictures and you've not been selected. You're not being selected. Your pictures are always rejected and you don't know why. Why not check out what kind of picture am I applying with? I am a recruiter. I recruit ushers. Most of them send very terrible pictures. Most of them will send selfie pictures. They will pouch like this. Most of them will send mirror pictures. You know, this is a very professional field. No matter how anybody tries to see it as it's not ordinary ushering job. I've come across somebody before and they were like, what do I need training for? What do I need anybody to train me for ushering jobs? When you go for corporate events where you have dignitaries, where you have the elites of Nigeria, you think they want to pick random ushers for their event? There was this event we had in 2016. It was a Dangote event. At that event, we had the likes of the richest man in Africa, of course, Dangote. We had Yemi Osinbajo, the former vice president. We had the former South African president, Thabo Mbeki, and some other dignitaries. After the agency even finished training us, they still had to bring someone from the Dangote group to actually still come have a one-on-one interaction with us, to have to know if we're pronouncing our words fully and correctly and know if we're qualified for the job. And you see this kind of high-profile professional kind of event, and you think that you don't need training for such events. They play. When we talk about corporate events, we're talking about professionalism at its peak, where you have to go through proper training and evaluation to ensure that you know what you're doing because of the likes and the caliber of people you're going to be dealing with. You need to try as much as possible to improve in your pictures if you don't go for physical casting. Make sure your pictures are making a statement. Make sure you are sending the picture of your present self. When you see them, I have recruited ushers through pictures before. And when I got to the venue, I saw a particular girl who sent me a picture of her. She was very fair. And I saw her in real life. She's a very dark person. And I'm like, why? Most of these ushers, they feel like you can deceive recruiters. But when you get to the venue and they send you back home, that picture you sent is not replicating who you are, you begin to feel like, oh, this person is bad, this person is wicked. That is not the case. Apply professionalism in everything that you do. Improve yourself. Get outdoor pictures. Get professional pictures. See, there are different kinds of professional pictures. Some of you who want to take professional pictures, you'll be seeing the background. They will put you inside London background. Or they will put you inside one house background. Those are not the kind of pictures we are talking about. Please get professional pictures that can portray who you are, that can send a statement. That by when they see your picture, they already want to select you, because that same job that you are applying for, there are so many other ushers who are also applying for that jobs, and they are sending in their best pictures. Nobody wants to recruit ushers with such pictures when there are other ushers who are sitting pretty in the studio, taking lovely pictures, looking classy and looking nice on their heels and on nice makeup. Okay, you need to try as much as possible to improve yourself. When you send a particular picture and it is rejected, when you are applying next time, send something else. Most of you are one-way traffic. The picture sells you faster. Right? Before they will now say, okay, let's have a one-on-one interaction with you and now know if you are fluent enough or if you are eloquent enough. Your picture will sell you first. So So always try your best to put in your best in everything that you do to avoid rejection in the event industry. I hope this helps. If you find this video helpful, like, comment, and share to your friends. See you in my next video. Thanks.